D, wait for it, Lightful.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
What's up, nerds? So I just finished the season finale for Titan season 3. And let me just say, man, what a stinker of an episode. This season went downhill real quick. I have problems with this season. Like it started off. I feel like the seasons all start out strong, or at least pretty strong. With season 1, kind of. But anyways, and then they just head off over a cliff, or get derailed. And I'm just like, what's going on here? Like, what is this? What is this? What's going on? So this episode, like, first off, Scarecrow as the bad guy. Like, what's going on here? And then like all the other, this show. Like, I don't know how to say about the show. Like, I like the show overall, but like, man, they really need to get it together. All right, first off, too many cast members. They just added Tim Drake, which, man, was that a bad idea? Friggin' A, what a useless character in this show. But they don't utilize some of the better parts of the show. Like, I get it, maybe budget isn't but maybe Warner Brothers / HBO Max needs to add more to the budget on this one, because I'll tell you what, not using the powers of the super powered people is a huge misstep, in my opinion. Hold on, sorry, I needed to lubricate the throat. But yeah, no, it's so crazy. Like, I don't know, like there's things that I like, but like, I'm all like, why don't you go? And then there's things I don't like, but I'm like, the things I do like, I'm like, why don't you guys explore that more? Like, Beast Boy and Starfire and Raven are like, okay, listen, don't get me wrong, I like Nightwing and Dick Grayson and everything, but we've spent 3 seasons pretty much focusing on him, and like, why don't we focus on the other 3, those 3 at least, and their story? Because it's way, like, we're missing out on so much. And I know they don't do it because they can't afford the special effects, but I'm just like, what is going on here? So I'll give you a little bit more insight into my thoughts and stuff as we break this thing down, which is what we're going to do right now. So we start off at the Wayne Manor, and the GCPD are moving in because Scarecrow's listening to some, I don't know, World War II doc. Anyways, and so he's all, prepared and everything. Yeah, this guy's all like, what do we do with Barbara Gordon? He's like, after we're done, you can kill her. And he's like, thank you. So then V here, she's all like, Barbara Gordon is still your commissioner and everything. And they get in there, and he's all like, we're just following orders. She's like, that's what I was afraid of. So this this lesbian beats up these 3 cops. I find it hard to believe, but whatever, it's fine. It doesn't even matter, because this show is so off the rails by this point. I just don't care. She's in here trying to get Oracle started like a big idiot. And V gets off, and she's like, I work for Argus. She's like, Roy Harper's Argus? She's like, yeah, I'll tell him you say hi and everything, or I'll tell him you say hi. And they're like, I don't know, they're trying to fix whatever. They're going to use the Argus satellites to fix, to get a lock on everything. It doesn't even matter. So these guys are fighting Wonder Girl and Tim Drake and his family, which they are not getting hit whatsoever by trained professionals, but they are shooting the cops like nobody's business. And I'm all like, why can't we just settle this into a little bit of realism? Because I'm sorry, you guys would not be so blatantly all like, so like shooting, but not even worried about getting shot at. Like, I'm sorry, it's so ridiculous. So he's like, and then he's all like, on your 6. And Tim Drake jumps out and jump kicks this cop, and it's too dark to really see, but he jump kicks the cop, and then Wonder Girl's like, I didn't know you had it in you. He's like, neither did I. And I'm like, get out of here. So then these guys, Raven shows up, and she takes out these cops. She sends them into, I don't know, the netherworld or whatever. And she's all like, oh, so good to see you and everything. And so then these guys, he's all like, he tells his family, he's like, good job, bro, and everything. And then she's all like, he's like, come on, I'm going to go with you guys and everything. And his mom's all like, no, go with them. Gotham needs you more. And I'm like, what a bad parent, sending your child, who's clearly a child, into danger. This is a bad mother. Her child should be taken away. And the dad's okay with it too. He's a bad father. These are bad parents, just straight off the bat. I don't care what world you live in this fake world, but those are bad parents. CBS should be called. So, he goes off with the Titans. I don't know why. He's literally shown no like usefulness in my opinion whatsoever, especially in the like even in this episode with his dumb knowledge, which I'm all like, I'm sorry, it's so stupid. Anyways, that's okay, whatever. Like I feel like they always have like they have a plan, but when it comes down to the writing, they're like they write like scripts and they're like, oh yeah, and then they get down to like the last like one, and they're like, you guys, we got to wrap this up in 50-minute episode or whatever it was, I don't remember. And they're like, oh crap, we got to wrap up a lot of stuff and everything. It's just so stupid. Anyway, so back at the science lab where Superboy blew up her ship, Starfire's like, you blew up the ship. And he's like, I'm sorry. And she's like, I'm sick and tired of people apologizing after they do stupid stuff on purpose and everything. And which she's right. And you know what gets me about this show? They all do bad things and then they just forgive everybody except for Red Hood. They don't forgive Red Hood. Which they shouldn't, but at the same time, I'm all like, some other people do some crappy stuff too that I'm all like, this is, in my opinion, unforgivable. I would not forgive you. Anyways, okay, moving on. So Blackfire's all like, it's okay. I understand what he did. It's selfish. And she's like, you're going to forgive him? And she's like, what's the point of being upset about it? So Starfire's like, fine, I don't have time to deal with this kind of stuff. So then these two are driving after they didn't find the little thing. And he's all like, you're going to help us out. And he's like, but will the Titans, what are they going to do when they see me? He's like, good point. So he pulls over and he's like, you got to get out. He's like, we'll meet back here in 3 hours or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was, but he's like, we're going to figure some stuff out and everything, my dude. So then he gets out and he starts driving and he gets a call from Barbara. And she's all like, I've got Argus here. We're going to try to, get the satellites up and running so we can, stop him from, doing whatever he's going to do. Then he gets a call from Scarecrow, who's hacked into his little system or whatever. And he's all like, hey, something about the plaza. I can't remember and everything. And then he blows up part and it sends out this gas that kills everybody, which kind of annoys me because I thought he would just do the fear toxin thing, which I think is a better plan than just killing everybody. It's like, whatever. Sorry, my throat is really dry. And then he goes walking out and everybody's all like, look at my work I have done here. And I'm all like, okay, look at you. You're a king with no kingdom. So all these people died. This woman had a baby. I thought that was sad. I was like, oh, that's sad. But they didn't show the baby. So I'm like, you guys tried to go there, but you didn't go there. You know what I'm saying? Just showing an old school baby carriage thingy is not that good. So then they're back at Tim Drake's creeper basement, the stalker basement, and they're talking to Barbara and they're trying to figure out the poem that Scarecrow gave Batman and Tim back when they're all trying to figure it out. Oh, he pulls Superman aside. Hold on, we're gonna get to Superman. He pulls Superman aside. He's like, I'm sorry. And Superman's, I didn't get a really good shot. But he's like, you had to do what you had to do. And I'm like, BS, dude. That could have killed. Kryptonite could kill you, you stupid mofo. And I'm all like, and I'm sorry. As the leader, there's no forgiveness there. I'm sorry. You don't get to use my weakness, my biggest weakness against me and expect me to just be okay with it. But apparently Superboy is kind of a beta, a Superboy in this opinion part. I mean, he'll soon be kissing some K-pop star. Don't worry, and everything. So he finally is like, everybody set your stuff down. We're not going to do this. We're not going to try to figure out this poem. And he calls Barbara. He's like, that's what he wants us to do. He wants us to do like Batman would do and try to figure out the clues. But really, we just need to, attack. And I'm all like, okay, all right. I'm not 100% sure that's not exactly what Batman would do, but whatever. It doesn't even matter. So then back at the Batcave, he's, trying to get stuff ready or whatnot. So then Superboy draws this thing on the whiteboard. And this kind of bothered me because like all the white men in this episode get taken down by, everybody else, but it's so stupid. Anyways, so then he's all like, and then he's explaining stuff. And then like, yeah, we literally just explained that. He's like, but I wrote it on the whiteboard. And they all just give him that look and everything. And I'm all like, he's smarter than you, okay? Because he literally built those little bomb stoppers for the heart bombs that they built, and figured out all of them. I didn't see any of you doing that crap. And notice he only saved the one woman. He didn't save the two white men on those episodes. But I'm all like, get the fuck out of here. You don't know what you're talking about. These ladies are dumb. Anyways, so then they get out, and I don't even know why he's here. He's useless, pretty much. I mean, just because you drop kicked a dude doesn't mean you're helpful. Although he becomes helpful later on. It's so stupid. So then Beast Boy is all like, he's like, can you turn into a bat? And he's like, I don't know. I was a part of a hive mind and I was flying. I was like, that's not how Beast Boy's powers work. He doesn't become the animal that he is. He's Beast Boy transforming into an animal. Now, maybe this is a different Beast Boy because this is a different world, but I'm all like, can we? Oh, it's so stupid. This show makes me so mad sometimes. But he's like, I can try and everything. So far, he's only turned into a bat, a tiger, and a snake. Okay. So then he's like, I need you to sneak in there and put in the code. And he's like, what's the code? And he's like, Red Hood, what's Red Hood's? Jason set up the code. And he's like, oh, 42069. And then he's all like, oh, he goes, oh, I got it. And he runs away and he's like, what does that mean? He's like, it's 42069. He's like, makes perfect sense. And I'm like, how would this asshole know that? He doesn't know Jason Todd. They weren't buddies. They weren't friends, but he knows him because he's a little stalker. I wouldn't let him in my group. He's a little freak. So he goes in and to Wayne Manor. And then these three ladies go to the Lazarus Pit because this is their big idea. They're going to send the Lazarus Pit up into the air, all Fantastic Beast style, and everything. So they get in here, and this kind of doesn't make any sense, but we're just going to go with it. So she's all like, it's all the fears and depression from everyone, and Starfire's all like, is it going to be too dark for you? And she's like, no. So she takes all of this black junk in here. And then these guys are all like, Red Hood's here. And he's all like, let him come down and everything. He can see the finale and then you can kill him and everything. And right now, I wish somebody had killed me before I got to see this finale because man, is it bad. Anyways, so he flies in and gets in there and sets off the alarm. So he starts beating dudes up and everything. And he's all like, oh, I'm all discombobulated because I turned into a bat. Oh, it's so stupid. Ooh, okay. So then she's taking in this stuff and she's like, taking all the depression and everything. And I'm like, oh, get out of here. And so Blackfire lights it up and Starfire turns it into a big blue ball of whatever. And so he goes to get the little memory stick out of Jason Todd's drawer. He found a spanker chief in there, I bet. Anyway, so then he goes and he sees Jason Todd and he's all like, why didn't you tell me Jason was coming? He's like, would you have gone if I told you? He's like, good point, but you still should have told me. I'm like, no, because you just made it like you wouldn't go, and I wouldn't tell you either if you weren't going to go. So then he gets that open. He's taking out the guards, and he's like, listen, when he tell him to cut the red wire and then put the thing in, he's like, you never cut the red wire. And I'm all like, oh my God, you people, shut up and just do it. God, so stupid. So he's like, cut the red wire. And he's like, you never cut the red wire. So he cuts the red wire and everything's fine. And he's like, there's a question. I'm all like, what is going on here? What is this Google security? Shut up. Oh my goodness. It says, what is the name of the one who got away? And he's like, Joker, Riddler. And then Stalker Freak goes, put Selena Kyle in. He's like, who's Selena Kyle? And he's like, just do it. And he's like, it worked. And he's like, yeah. And he's like, who's Selena Kyle? And I'm all like, what is going on in this nonsense? This part was stupid. Okay. So in Scarecrow, he's getting ready to blow the bombs. These guys come in to the main area, and he just comes in and beats them all up and everything, and takes out that dude. And he's all like, hey, and the camera and everything. He's like, that's it. I'm blowing everything up. And then, of course, they're gonna go do everything. But Jason Todd, he's staying back because he needs to have a moment. Ooh. So then he's like, what's going on here? And when I say, I don't care, we're just gonna skip that part. So they go past all these dead people. Man, this was a stinker of an episode. Okay. And she's got the big blue ball of whatever. She sends it up into the air, right? It turns it turns it purple. Superboy freezes it to turn it into rain. And man, this was a bad idea. This was a bad plan because it doesn't make any freaking sense. And then they're like, crap, lightning. It doesn't help if we blow the city up with lightning or whatever. And she's like, I've got this. She's like, are you sure that's a good idea? And she's like, you know what they say about lightning? Never strikes twice, right? You know, that's the saying, because she doesn't say that. But it does hit her again. But this time it doesn't hurt her. It shouldn't have hurt her in the first place, but whatever. So she pulls a Wonder Woman 1984 here and lassos the air. And then the lightning she takes in all the lightning now. Oh, so stupid. Oh, gosh. Okay. All right, moving on. Then Scarecrow tries to blow everything up and he sets off the bombs, but she's set up a fake screen for him and he doesn't blow up any of the bombs. He turns around and there's the trio. Okay, having a little circle jerk here. He's like, hey, Tim, you wanted to see the Batcave? What do you think about it? And he's like, it's too crowded. And I'm all like, okay, Tim, then you need to leave because you're the least helpful person in this freaking crowd. I find you to be annoying and I don't like your character and I don't want you to be on the show anymore. But you will be because they don't know how to minimize the cast and elevate the CGI, use that budget for that. They just want to use it on dumb characters. So then this guy, I mean, the actor's fine. He's not that great. He's going to be in Batman though. He's a part of the Royal Flush Gang. Anyways, so then he punches him. He's like, that was for Gotham. And I'm like, okay. And then Dick's all like, Batcave, tell me something good. And it starts playing the song, Tell Me Something Good. And Beast Boy's like, yeah. And I'm all like, oh, get out of here with this nonsense. He's like, that'll work. I'm like, oh God, I hate everything right now. And so these guys, and so they're all like sitting there looking, and Barbara's all like, oh, it's Purple Rain. I was like, I swear to friggin' Christ, if they play Purple Rain right now, but they didn't, thank God. So all the people start waking up. The babies wake. I just want to say right now, I have kids and we had strollers and stuff. I never owned anything that looked like that. I don't even know if those exist anymore, but they always have them on here like people have them. Anyways. And so this scientist guy shows up and he's all like, this was a really good idea or whatever. And I'm like, okay. And then he's like, can I get a selfie? Take some selfies with these idiots. Bruce Wayne shows up and he sees the city's coming back together. And Bruce Wayne Manor's all tore up. And he's all like, you did something I could never do, which is why is that a big theme in these cartoon or these comic book shows? They're always like, the main superhero like Superman or Batman, they can't do it, but their sidekick can do it. And I'm all like, what's going on here? So he's like, I was wrong or some crap like that. Talks to Jason Todd and he's like, I'm sorry, son. I shouldn't have said that to you. I don't even know. I don't even care. He's too old to be Bruce Wayne. They should have cast a younger actor to be Batman, because Batman should still be on the show, should be in the show. Anyways, back at this little lair, they're all like, they pull up a diagram to rebuild her ship. And he's all like, I got a 3D printer. We could just print with all the little stuff and the rest of stuff we can just order off Amazon. And so she's all like, thank you for doing this for me and everything. And they hold hands. I do not like this relationship. I really don't. I wish Blackfire was not a good guy. But you know, they have to have representation because Starfire isn't enough representation. Yeah, whatever. So then she confronts Wonder Girl and's all like, hey, you want a job at Argus? Just give me a call. The card will call. Anyways, Barbara talks to Dick and she's all like, we're gonna build. Oh, she says we're gonna build back better. I don't know if that was planned, but let's go, Brandon. You know what I'm saying? And so these two are talking, and she's like, I think I'm going to join Argus because there's more bad guys than good, and maybe I could do some good, yada, yada, yada. So then they all gather here, and they think they're going to get on the plane, but they really get on this RV. And they're like, road trip and everything. He's like, yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'll be back to San Francisco. So these two have their little moment. And she's all like, I'm really happy things turned out, and yada, yada, yada. Oh, she's really pretty right there. I mean, she was pretty before, but it's good lighting. Anna Diop is really pretty too, but I kind of want to say she's prettier. I know that's mean, but whatever. And then he's all like, hey, and she's like, listen, I'm having that scientist work on a breather for you so you can come to my planet so I can I can take you to Pound Town. You know what I'm saying? So they kiss. I really don't like this relationship. Like, I mean, like, I'm not mad about it, but I'm all like, why? Like, I really, they whatever. It doesn't even matter. Anyways. So then they're sitting here and she's all like, I don't remember what she says to him, but he's all like, hey, Tim, you coming? He's like, here's the house. And he goes with him. And I'm all like, I don't want you on this show anymore. I don't like your character. You suck. And plus, you're way too stalkery for me. Like, way too stalkery. Like, way too stalkery. So he gets on. And then they're like, Starfire's all like, I get a DJ because it was like 42 hours to drive there. And he's all like, that's cool, but we got to stop someplace else first. And they go to Arkham Asylum. And he's there and he's all like, hey, it's like, it's only a matter of time before I get out of here, because Arkham is a house of doors and they're revolving all the time. And he's like, not this time for you. And she walks in and she feeds him all that darkness from the Lazarus pit. And she's like, happy good night's sleep or whatever. And essentially killing him. And I don't like that either. It's a very weird move. This show, I don't know what to say about this show. As far as like this ending, it's very weird. Like this, like, again, I like the show, but it always goes off the rails. And I'm all like, why does it always have to go off the rails, you guys? Like, why can't you guys like have a solid beginning, middle, and end? It's like they always have, I always feel like they have a pretty good beginning and the middle is kind of shaky, but the end always sucks. Like, I'm sorry, but the season finale for season 1 was so bad that they had to shoot it, because the original one was supposed to have the Doom Patrol in it. And, you know, they're supposed to get new costumes in that one. It was supposed to be a whole thing, but they had to reshoot the finale. Season 2, I don't know if you saw that season finale, but that was a big freaking mess. Donna Troy died of lightning. What? And then this one was just a big mess too. I'm sorry, but like, why? What is going on here? I don't even know who the head writer is on this show, but maybe they need to have a chat with somebody that's a comic book writer that maybe knows some stuff. I don't know. Anyways, that is my breakdown. I will do a season 1 review. I'll get to it some point in time when I have time. There's too much crap going on. I got to do Doom Patrol, and then I got to review Dune and stuff, but I will review it when I get a chance. And go through stuff that I didn't like and stuff like that. All right. Tell me what you guys thought about this episode. Did you not like this episode? Did you like this episode? If you liked it, I don't get you, but whatever. You know, how do you feel about the show going forward? Because it just got renewed for a season 4, which I'm interested to see where they go there, but at the same time, probably nowhere good. Yeah, go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. You know, I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys on my next whatever. You guys have a good day. Bye.